Let's discuss how to set up professional email accounts. That's an email address at your domain, something like what you have here, philip@digitalvineyard.uk, unlike maybe philipamiola@gmail.com, for example. As a serious business person or professional, you don't want to do all of your official correspondence with Gmail, Yahoo, and all of the other general email services that you have little or no control over. Among other things, it's not professional. Then secondly, it doesn't give you the kind of control that you would like to have. For example, as a business owner, you may have people that you are working with, you have a team, okay, and your team members can decide to leave tomorrow, for example, and all of that. Okay, one of the internal controls that you put in place is that you use official email for all communications. So you create an email account for each person that you work with. Even if you have ad hoc staff or ad hoc operatives, once you have a web hosting account and you have a domain name and you've set it up properly, we covered that in previous lessons. Okay, you can set up email accounts for them for the purpose of the project that they are working on. And you will be surprised how this will simplify a lot of things for you down the line. You may think you don't need it now, but by the time you realize you need it, it's going to be too late. Maybe not too late, but it's going to be late. Okay, so you should set things up appropriately from the beginning. And even if you are the only one working in your business, create an official email account for yourself. Then you can create email accounts for departments that don't exist yet, so that when they exist, you can you already have things that will be relevant to them. Now, let me give you an example. Before we started a coaching program in the Plenipotent Company, I created an email account for members of our premium coaching program. Okay, that one is even at a higher level. We call it our mastermind. Before we had people, okay, signing up for the mastermind, I had that mastermind email account that it's on one of our domains. Okay, so for every important mail that I send that I feel will be useful for members of the mastermind later, to understand, I copy that email account. So once you come into the mastermind, I give you access to that email account, and you can go through, you can see how I think, you can see how we work, and you can pick insights and ideas from that. Do you understand? Also, I remember that when my son arrived, I created an email account for him, and I told friends, so if you want to send a message to him and all of that, you can send it to this email account, and all of that. So I'm just saying there are lots of ways. I can't list all of them now. There are lots of ways that having a custom email account will be advantageous to you as a business owner or as a professional. Then one other thing is that you can actually even offer this as a service. Okay, creating webmail accounts for organizations. There are some organizations that may not need a website yet. Maybe they don't see the need for it, or they, for whatever reason, they feel they don't want a website yet, but they need they need official email accounts that they can use for their communications. You can set that up as a service and get paid for it. You maintain it for them and all of that. Okay. This is an example of what I'm talking about. This is a website, okay, but it's practically a landing page. It's not a complete website yet. You have the domain name, and then there is a webmail. There is this link, access webmail. So you can offer that as a service. Okay, you set something like this up, and you offer, some additional services, and then you can bill for that. So there's a link that the members of the organization can click, and then they access their webmail, okay, from there. Okay, so just showing you some possibilities. Okay, and okay, now let's just go right into it. Before you are able to do this, before you can do this, you are going to need to have registered a domain name. Okay, so the link to do that, if you haven't done that before, is on the screen here. Then you need to set up a web hosting account. It's important that you go through these links for reasons we have explained earlier. And if you are just watching this video and you haven't taken other lessons, well, it's okay. You are still going to be able to implement. Okay, but if you need to set up all of this, use the links provided. It allows us to get some commissions at no extra cost to you, and that's one of the ways that we get to provide these resources free of charge. Okay, so you can also join the conversation on Business Mastery Club if you are not there already, so that if you have any questions, you can easily ask your questions and get them answered. So let us go ahead and demonstrate the process of creating a webmail account. Okay, so the web hosting company that I recommend is DreamHost, and you can access DreamHost by going to digitalvineyard.uk/hosting. Okay, I talked about why you should use that link earlier, but once you have used that link and you have set up your web hosting account, you don't need to go through that link anymore. You just go to dreamhost.com. You see, it has redirected us to dreamhost.com. Then you log into your cPanel. Now you have your hosting account already. You want to create a webmail account. So you log into cPanel and you click Web Hosting Control Panel. Okay, sorry, yes, you come to DreamHost and you click Web Hosting Control Panel. So that allows you to log in to your control panel on DreamHost. Okay, so you check this and you sign in. Okay, so this is the control panel. Okay, so I want to create an email account now. Can you see mail here? Okay, this left side. So just click on it, mail, then click manage email. You are going to click webmail. If you already have email accounts that you want to visit, you can click webmail, or maybe you want to, okay, let's just do what we want to do. We want to create webmail account. So click manage email, manage email. And one of the advantages of DreamHost, which is why I recommend it, one of the main reasons I recommend it, their services are excellent. You can create as many email accounts as you need. There are services that charge you per email account. And you can now create packages for your clients and say that, okay, if you are going to have this number of email accounts, whether website development packages or email services packages, you can have those packages such that, okay, if you are going to have this number of email accounts, and this size and all of that, because you can actually allot sizes to each account. Okay, so this is how much it is. If you are going to have this is how much it is. If you are going to be able to create unlimited accounts, this is how much it is. And most clients, they don't have the time for all of these things. They don't want to do it. They just want you to figure it out for them and get it done for them. If they need a new email account, they call you or send you a mail, create this account for us, and then you do it for them. Those are the extra services that you factor into what you're offering, and then you are able to charge and make a good profit. You understand? Okay, so manage email. Then I'm going to click create new email address. You see, just click that create new email address. And then you can pick the domain name if you have several domain names on your account. So I want to create, okay, I want to create this. This is for a team member. Okay, that we're just creating an email account for then at Content Labs. So the email address will be timothy@contentlabs.uk. So let me just put the name. Okay, let me not. Okay, so that I won't put the full name. Let me just say. Okay, then pick a password for me. It makes it easier. You know that you get a password that is secure and that ticks all the boxes and all of that. Okay, so you just save that password somewhere once it has picked the password for you, and it's going to review the password on the next page. Okay, so so that means whoever owns this email account is going to have to change the password. Okay, so can you see you can limit the total disk usage? How many megabytes do you want to allot? So I'm going to allot 1 gigabyte. That's 1024 megabytes. Okay, so like there are a lot of customizations that DreamHost affords for your webmail. I've used several other web hosting services. I still use others apart from DreamHost, but DreamHost is my #1 recommendation for some of these reasons. Okay, others also have their benefits, but I've tried a lot and I can tell you this works. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so you have that, and then just click create address. You can customize all of these things as you want. If you want an email account that you don't want to be logging into the account, you just want people to send mail to that account, and then it is automatically forwarded to your other account, maybe to any other account. You can do that here, forward only email. Okay, then you pick the address you want the email to be forwarded to. Maybe there is an email, for example, you want to create an email for a team in your organization, and you want it such that once an email is sent to that address, everybody on the team automatically gets it. It gets forwarded to them. You can use this option for that. Email address, you create the email address, then you list the email addresses that should receive mails sent to that address. You understand? Then you click forward to these addresses. Okay, you can see why you should have this, as a business person, as a serious business person. Okay, then garbage email. Okay, maybe just people have various reasons for creating a garbage email. So if you want to do that, you can also do that here. Okay, but we want to create a standard webmail account. Okay, so you just come here and click create address. Okay, now if you are not getting this, you can slow down, and watch it again. And like I always advise, watch the entire video first and take notes. Don't try to implement, just watch and take notes. In fact, you can even now you can convert this to a step-by-step guide, a written guide with screenshots and all of that, so that next time that you need to do this, you just follow that guide. You don't need to watch the video all over again. Okay, and you can also make that guide part of your SOP for your organization, your standard operating procedure. So you have a standard operating procedure for setting up webmail accounts. Okay, then you click create address. So the address has been created. Oh, what's happening? Bad mailbox name. Oh, okay. Is this okay? There are conventions for creating mailbox name. Okay, so let me just put is that apostrophe that is causing the issue here? So I'll just put the name of the account owner, then I'll click create address. So it will create the address. It has given us the password here. So in a few minutes, the email account will be active. So if you want to check, in fact, most likely to be active immediately, because we have we've been using this domain name on this hosting account, so everything should have propagated. So if you want to access your webmail now, there are a lot of ways. I'll create another video on how you can connect your webmail to your Gmail, so that you don't need to be checking multiple email accounts. But the simplest way, or the direct way to access your webmail, is you now go to webmail.dreamhost.com and you use the details provided. Of course, I'm going to change this password, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'll just leave it there. For the sake of this tutorial, I'll just leave it there, okay? And so that we can log in. So webmail, you go to webmail.dreamhost.com and you enter the address, the email address, and the password. Now, if you are a supervisor or a manager in the plenipotent company and you are doing this, for a team member, or you can also apply this in your company anyway, but I'm speaking to my team members now. Okay, so you copy these details and put them in the notification mail that you are sending to the team member. You understand? Okay, so but this is how you now access it. So I paste this here and I log in. So this is what the webmail looks like. So from here, I'm not going to save this because it's not my email account and I don't have. But by the way, we're going to even change the password. So if I send an email to this address now, it's going to show here. If you want to send an email from the address you compose, and all of, let me just forward an email here so that you can see that it's the email address is already active, the email account is active. Now you can connect to your Gmail such that you don't need to be checking from here, and you can also set it up on your phone, on your mobile phone, so that immediately mail is sent, you get the mail on your mobile phone. We'll have different tutorials for that. Okay, but now let me just forward an email. Let me see, which email can I forward? Okay, let me just forward this. There's nothing. Okay. I think it's one of the stuff I signed up for at the point. This is just to forward the mail. Now, what I was saying about connecting your webmail, look at what is going to happen now. You say that this is Gmail, but when I forward this now, even before I forward it, let me show you something. Okay, can you see that I'm in Gmail, but this mail was actually sent to philip@plenipotent.com.ng. It was sent to one of my webmail accounts, but I'm getting it in Gmail. So you can set that up, like it makes things a lot easier for you. I'm just saying, what I'm trying to show you is that once you set these things up once and for all, it's not like we are doing extra work. Do you understand? Because some people, if I have plenty email addresses already, okay, I may not even remember to check my webmail. What you should do is the Gmail account that I usually check, just link it. Okay, we're going to have another lesson that will show how to do that. Okay, so this mail now was sent to philip@plenipotent.com. I didn't need to log into my webmail to receive it. I received it in my Gmail. Then if I want to forward this now, maybe let me forward this to the new account that we created. Can you see? It's automatically forwarding from philip@plenipotential.com.ng. But to this account, this Gmail account, I've actually connected several, several. What did I just do? Okay, this is I minimized. Okay, I've actually connected several webmail accounts to it. Okay, so I can click this arrow here. Can you see? And pick which one I want to use. Okay, and for you, after you have connected it, you will find your webmail account and you will find your Gmail account. You see the Gmail account is there, then all of the webmail accounts. So I want to forward this from philip@digitalvineyard.uk. That will also show you what will happen when you have, after you have connected your webmail to your Gmail and you are sending mails to people. They will receive that email from your webmail, even though you are sending it from Gmail. You understand? Okay, so let me just confirm that the new email account is active. Okay, so I'll just forward this now to that new email account that we created, and you'll find it there. Please, okay, sorry, I haven't specified the recipient. So the recipient is timothy@contentlabs.uk. Then I sent that. Okay, so this has been sent. So I just come back to my webmail and I refresh. If you have set this up on your phone, you are going to get the mail on your phone. So I'll refresh and then you'll find the mail there. Okay, so the email hasn't dropped. That's because we just created the email account. Okay, so give it some time, like they said. Okay, usually DNS propagation takes around, sometimes it could take up to 24 hours. Okay, so once you create the email account like this, from the following day, from after 24 hours, you can be sure it's going to be active. Sometimes it can be a lot faster. It can even be almost immediately. Okay, but if you refresh and you find that mails are not dropping, then it's not active yet. But let's just try. Let's see if we send the mail. Let's see if it will deliver, just to check. And again, if it doesn't deliver, then let me send it to my Gmail address. Now, again, if it doesn't deliver, no worries. Just come back and check. Okay, so let me check my Gmail now and see if I got the mail. Oh, can you see? Okay, so I got it. So the email is actually working, just that it's the receiving part that is not working yet. See the test mail, just to confirm that the email is active. But what you should now do is you need to edit the sender's address and all of that, so that it's going to be your full name or the full name of whoever the account is assigned to, and it's going to be written properly, not with small letter like this. You understand? Okay, so that's something that the email account owner should do. You can do that. You just explore, see all of the things that are possible. Okay, go to settings, and see all of the things that are possible. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Now we're going to need this later, server settings. Okay, but let's not cover too much in one video. Okay, so that's how to create a webmail account, and you have seen that we sent an email from that webmail account and we received it. Okay, it was received. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so again, remember that you have all of these resources. If you have any question, you can ask on Business Mastery Club. And if you've not set up your web hosting account and your domain name, you have the links to do that on the screen. Thank you very much, and bye for now.